Have you ever noticed how fast your legs weaken after 70? One day you're walking up the stairs with no issue. The next, you're gripping the railing just to stay steady. This isn't just aging, it's a silent warning. Weak legs mean reduced independence, higher fall risk, and a shorter, more fragile life. And here's the truth most seniors never hear. Your body isn't just losing strength, it's starving for something. In one quiet clinic room in rural Ontario, Dr. Nathaniel Reynolds shared a story that shocked me. He had a patient, Mrs. Eloise Martin, 94 years old. No walker. No cane. She still climbed stairs, cooked her own meals, and even did light gardening. Her secret? 6 essential vitamins, carefully monitored and adjusted every single year since she turned 60. Most of my 70-year-old patients can't keep up with her, he said, shaking his head with a smile. Before we go further, if you find value in life-changing advice like this, consider subscribing and liking. It helps us reach more people who need real, honest answers, especially in this phase of life where clarity matters most. Now, let's break down the 6 crucial vitamins that could be the turning point between frailty and freedom. This is not just about muscles. It's about movement, circulation, and the very structure that holds you up every single day, your legs. First, vitamin D, the bone and balance guardian. After 60, your body stops producing enough vitamin D naturally, especially if you're not out in the sun often. Without it, calcium can't do its job. Bones become brittle. Muscles lose coordination. Falls become more likely. In a large-scale study from the Journal of Gerontology, seniors with low vitamin D were 33% more likely to suffer hip fractures. Eloise? She's taken 2,000 IU daily for 30 years, approved by her doctor, and her bone scans are stronger than many 60-year-olds. But it's not just bones. Vitamin D directly supports muscle strength and balance by improving neuromuscular function. In simpler terms, it helps your brain talk clearly to your legs. Signs you might be deficient. Muscle cramps, especially at night. Feeling unsteady or off balance. Chronic fatigue despite sleeping enough. If you haven't had your vitamin D levels checked this year, ask your doctor. It could be the first step in rebuilding the strength you've lost without realizing. Second, vitamin B12, the nerve protector. You may not know this, but weak legs are sometimes a nerve issue, not just muscle. And vitamin B12 is the silent protector of your entire nervous system. Without enough of it, your legs can tingle, burn, or even feel numb. One of the most common signs of B12 deficiency in the elderly? Difficulty walking. It can mimic dementia or MS, yet it's often reversed with a simple supplement. In a Harvard Health study, over 15% of seniors had dangerously low B12 and didn't know. Eloise? She takes a B12 sublingual tab every morning, 1,000 micrograms. How do you know if you're low? Do your legs fall asleep more often? Are you tripping over your own feet? Feeling off balance, but your doctor says your ears are fine? That might be your nerves, not your ears or eyes. Seniors often absorb B12 poorly due to reduced stomach acid, even with a good diet. That's why supplements or injections can make all the difference. Talk to your physician, especially if you're on medications like metformin or acid reducers, which block B12 absorption. Third, magnesium, the muscle memory mineral. What happens when you don't stretch a rubber band for a while? It stiffens. That's what your muscles feel like without magnesium, tight, jumpy, and at risk for sudden cramping or spasms. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 biochemical processes in your body, and yet, nearly 50% of older adults are deficient, especially women after menopause. In one observational study involving 1,100 seniors, those with higher magnesium intake had significantly better lower body function and muscle strength. Eloise told her doctor she used to wake up with painful calf cramps every night, until they added magnesium glycinate to her bedtime routine. Within 2 weeks, it stopped. Magnesium helps with muscle flexibility, preventing cramps and spasms, improving circulation in legs and feet, calming overactive nerves. The best part? It also helps you sleep deeper and recover better from physical activity. Food sources: almonds, spinach, pumpkin seeds, but if your appetite is smaller these days, supplements are worth considering. Fourth, vitamin K2, the calcium director. You're likely familiar with calcium and vitamin D. But without vitamin K2, that calcium may not go where it's needed. Instead of strengthening bones, it could end up stiffening your arteries. Vitamin K2 works like a traffic cop, directing calcium into your bones and away from soft tissues like blood vessels and joints. In a Rotterdam study that tracked over 4,800 participants for 10 years, higher K2 intake correlated with lower rates of artery calcification, fractures, and even heart disease. But what does that mean for your legs? Stronger bones equals better support. Flexible arteries equals better blood flow. Better joint mobility, less stiffness. Most seniors don't get enough K2, especially if they avoid fermented foods or take cholesterol medications like statins, which deplete K2 levels. Signs you may need more K2. Stiff knees or hips. Diagnosed with osteoporosis or osteopenia. Family history of heart disease despite low cholesterol. Try combining K2 with D3, it's a synergy that can do wonders for both bone density and leg strength. Fifth, vitamin E, the circulation enhancer. Have your feet ever felt cold even when the room is warm? That might be poor circulation, not just a blanket issue. And vitamin E plays a critical role in maintaining healthy blood flow to your extremities. After 60, blood vessels can narrow and lose elasticity. Vitamin E, an antioxidant, helps prevent this by protecting the lining of your arteries and reducing inflammation. In a clinical study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, vitamin E improved walking distance in seniors with peripheral artery disease, PAD, a condition common in aging legs. Eloise? She adds sunflower seeds to her morning yogurt. And takes a small dose of vitamin E under supervision, because too much can be risky if you're on blood thinners. How to know if you might benefit? Tired legs after walking a short distance. Cold hands or feet. Minor cuts on your legs take longer to heal. Vitamin E is not a magic fix, but in the right balance, it supports every step you take. Sixth, the vitamin C, the builder and repairman. Think vitamin C is just for colds? Think again. It's one of the most important vitamins for collagen production, which keeps your tendons, ligaments, and muscles strong and elastic. It's also a key player in iron absorption, which helps deliver oxygen to your legs, fueling every muscle with what it needs to stay active. In older adults, low vitamin C has been linked with slower wound healing, increased frailty, and even reduced grip strength. Eloise makes a fresh citrus tea every morning, squeezing in half a lemon and a slice of orange. She swears it keeps her walking young. Best food sources: bell peppers, oranges, broccoli, strawberries. Supplements? Look for buffered versions to be gentle on your stomach. In her own words, Eloise said, "I don't take these to live forever. I take them so I can keep living well. If I can walk, I can choose." That's freedom. Let that sink in. This isn't about popping pills. It's about giving your body what it's quietly asking for. If your legs are your independence, then these 6 vitamins are your foundation. Your legs are more than just limbs, they're your freedom, your power, your ability to live life on your terms. When they weaken, it's not just about losing strength, it's about losing choice. Eloise Martin, now 94, hasn't just survived old age, she's thrived in it. Her story isn't a miracle. It's a reminder that aging doesn't have to mean surrendering. What made the difference? Daily, intentional nourishment. And today, we continue breaking down how each essential vitamin plays a role in that strength, especially after 60, when the body needs more than time to stay strong. Let's pick up where we left off, because the next few insights may just reshape the way you walk through life. Literally. The hidden enemy. Vitamin deficiencies after 60 are more common than you think. Before we go deeper into how to rebuild strength, we need to address the elephant in the room. Most elderly adults are vitamin deficient and don't even know it. According to a national survey by the CDC, nearly 35% of adults over 65 have suboptimal levels of at least one key vitamin or mineral related to muscle and nerve function. But here's the shocking part: many of those same adults don't feel sick. They feel normal for their age. A little slower, a little more tired. They don't realize what they've accepted as aging is really starvation at the cellular level. It's like trying to build a house without bricks, or running a marathon without shoes. Eloise's doctor calls this silent decline. He screens her nutrient levels twice a year, not just based on symptoms but to stay ahead of them. By the time a senior complains of weakness, he said, they've often been deficient for years. If you want to walk strong after 70, you need more than a healthy mindset. You need raw materials. Let's keep building. The power of combining vitamins, why one alone isn't enough. We've talked about individual vitamins. But strength, real strength, comes from how these vitamins work together. This is what Dr. Reynolds called the synergy system. Let's look at how these interactions work in your legs. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption. Vitamin K2 directs that calcium to the bones, not the arteries. Magnesium helps with muscle contraction and nerve signaling. B12 keeps the nervous system sharp to prevent missteps and falls. Vitamin C rebuilds the connective tissue that holds joints and muscles together. Vitamin E supports blood flow so every cell gets oxygen. Separately, they're helpful. Together, they're transformational. This is why some seniors take supplements for years and feel no better. They're addressing one need while missing 5 others. Eloise? She calls them her morning team. Each has a role. Each keeps her standing tall. The legs start to speak, warning signs you shouldn't ignore. Sometimes your body whispers before it screams. Here are 8 early signs your legs may be craving essential vitamins. First, leg cramps at night. Second, shaky knees when standing up. Third, numbness in toes or feet. Fourth, cold lower legs despite warm temperatures. Fifth, bruising on shins that takes weeks to fade. Sixth, fatigue after walking short distances. Seventh, increased clumsiness or tripping. Eighth, restless legs when trying to fall asleep. If you're experiencing even 2 or 3 of these, it's time to ask not what's wrong with your age, but what's missing in your cells. The elderly body doesn't just slow down because it's old. It slows down because it's underpowered. But I eat well, why diet alone might not be enough? Many seniors say, I eat fruits and vegetables every day. And that's great. But here's the problem. Absorption drops after 60 due to reduced stomach acid. Medications like PPIs, metformin, diuretics, and statins block nutrient absorption. Portion sizes shrink, leading to less variety and volume of food. Dental issues reduce chewing efficiency and lower fiber and raw produce intake. Less sun exposure means less natural vitamin D, even if you're outside a bit. In other words, even a healthy diet might not give you enough. Eloise's meals are colorful, yes, but she also supplements strategically based on lab tests. She isn't guessing. She's protecting. The role of circulation, why blood flow matters for leg strength. Leg weakness isn't just about muscle. It's about whether those muscles are being fed. Poor blood flow after 70 is one of the leading causes of leg heaviness, slowed walking speed, numb feet, swelling and stiffness. And here's where vitamin E and vitamin C come back in. E keeps arteries flexible. C strengthens capillaries and helps form collagen in vessel walls. In one clinical trial, patients over 65 who improved circulation through antioxidant support walked 26% longer during timed walking tests. Don't underestimate the power of blood. It's the delivery system for every vitamin you consume. Without good flow, it's like having groceries delivered to the wrong house. A forgotten vitamin. B6, the balance and pain manager. Though not on our main 6, B6 deserves an honorable mention. Many seniors develop a slight B6 deficiency without knowing. This vitamin is critical for nerve signaling, reducing leg pain from nerve inflammation, improving mood and preventing depression, which impacts movement motivation. In one case study, a 79-year-old woman with burning legs and balance issues had her B6 levels tested. They were 40% below normal. Within weeks of correction, her walking improved and the pain subsided. Eloise includes B6 naturally through bananas, turkey, and avocados, but adds a 50 mg supplement during the winter. If your legs hurt more than they used to and doctors find no clear reason, ask them to test your B6 and B12 levels together. It could be a game changer. What about protein? Doesn't that matter more? Yes, but protein needs the right partners. You could eat all the protein in the world, but without vitamin D, magnesium, and B12, your body can't convert it into functional strength. Think of protein as the bricks. Vitamins are the blueprint, the workers, the cement, the scaffolding. Without all of it, your body can't build or repair. Eloise drinks a small protein shake with added magnesium, D3, and B12 every morning. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. The mental side, when weak legs lead to emotional decline. In the world of elderly reflections and wisdom, few truths are more sobering than this. Weak legs can make strong people feel useless. When you can't get up from the couch without help, when stairs look like mountains, when walking to the mailbox feels dangerous, you don't just lose muscle. You lose confidence. And that mental spiral can lead to isolation, depression, refusal to move, which accelerates weakness. This is why addressing leg strength is never just physical. It's emotional, social, and deeply human. If you're a senior watching this, or you care for one, understand, improving leg strength isn't vanity. It's survival. It's freedom. It's the choice to live on your own terms. The 3-minute test. How strong are your legs, really? Try this now, if safe to do so. Sit to stand test. Sit in a firm chair with your arms crossed over your chest. Time how many times you can stand up and sit back down in 30 seconds. If you can do 12 or more, you're in the clear. Less than 8? Time to take action. This simple test correlates with long-term functional independence and fall risk. Don't wait until your legs fail you. Give them the nutrients they're quietly begging for. You've come this far because you understand something most people ignore. After 60, strength doesn't just fade, it leaks, day by day, through tiny cracks we often don't see. But now, you've seen the map. You know what your body is missing. You've learned the 6 essential vitamins that can decide whether your later years are spent walking freely or sitting, wishing you could. In this final part, we'll tie everything together. But more importantly, we'll go beyond vitamins to routines, environments, and mindset shifts that seniors like Eloise use to keep moving when others stop. Because your legs don't live alone. They're connected to your choices, your habits, your daily reflections. Let's bring those into focus. The daily routine of a strong senior, Eloise's exact schedule. Eloise, now 94, didn't just age with luck. She aged with intention. Her day is simple, yet every part is designed to support leg health, mobility, and independence. 6:30 a.m., wake up and stretch. She doesn't leap out of bed. She stretches in place, ankles, knees, and toes. Just 3 minutes every morning. I don't rush my legs. They've earned patience. 7 a.m., lemon tea with vitamin C and D3 plus K2 supplement. Her digestion starts gently. No coffee first thing. She waits until her body is fully awake. 7:30 a.m., protein-rich breakfast. Scrambled eggs, half an avocado, and blueberries. No toast. No sugar. No processed meat. 9 a.m., 15-minute walk plus balance drills. She walks slowly but purposefully, sometimes inside her house on rainy days. After that, she stands on one leg for 10 seconds each side. If I can't balance here, I won't trust myself out there. 11 a.m., light strength routine. No gym. No machines. Just a resistance band and body weight. 10 sit-to stands. 10 heel raises. 10 wall push-ups. 20 steps in place. All of this takes under 10 minutes. 1 p.m. lunch. Colorful and calming spinach, chickpeas, grilled salmon, and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. She finishes with a piece of dark chocolate, 70% or more. 2 p.m. rest, not nap. She never naps lying down. Just sits quietly, listens to music or reads. When I lie down in daylight, I get too stiff. For 30 p.m., herbal tea plus magnesium supplement. This is when she takes magnesium glycinate. It helps her sleep, but also helps muscles relax and recover. 6 p.m., light dinner, no heaviness. A small bowl of vegetable soup, 1 slice of rye bread with olive oil, and papaya or strawberries for dessert. 8 p.m., short stroll plus gratitude. Just 5 minutes. She thanks her legs out loud. Yes, out loud. They've carried me through 94 years. That's a lot of life. 9:30 p.m., sleep by 10 o'clock. No screens. No news. Just a dark room, a cool temperature, and silence. 5 everyday mistakes that cancel out the benefits of vitamins. It's not enough to take supplements if your habits undo them. Here are 5 things that silently sabotage leg strength. Many seniors never realize they're doing these. First, sitting too long without movement. Your legs don't just weaken from aging. They weaken from inactivity. Set an alarm to stand every 30 minutes. Even if it's just to walk to the window. Second, wearing unsupportive shoes at home. Barefoot on hard floors, slippery socks, or old slippers increase fall risk and muscle fatigue. Use well-fitted, supportive indoor shoes, even if you never leave the house. Third, avoiding protein because of the kidneys. Unless your doctor strictly told you to limit protein, you need more, not less. Without it, vitamins can't rebuild tissue. Fourth, drinking too little water. Dehydrated muscles cramp. Dehydrated blood carries fewer nutrients. Sip water steadily throughout the day, not just in big gulps. Fifth, stress and negative self-talk. Muscles tighten with tension. Circulation worsens under stress. And if you believe you're declining, you'll start acting like it. That's why elderly wisdom includes gentleness toward yourself. The emotional anchor. Why strong legs equals strong spirit? You've heard it before. Use it or lose it. But here's what they don't say. When you use it, you don't just keep your body. You keep your dignity. Imagine this, being able to reach your bookshelf without asking someone. Standing to cook your favorite childhood dish. Dancing at your grandson's wedding without fearing a fall. Walking into your doctor's office, not rolling in. Getting out of bed, not because someone lifted you, but because you decided it was time to rise. Strong legs don't just move your body. They carry your identity. And this is why Eloise never misses her morning leg routine. Not because it's easy, but because it reminds her. I am still me. 3-minute mindset. Legs are my freedom affirmation. Say this slowly, every morning before you walk. My legs are not weak, they are waking. Every step I take is a promise to myself. I move because I'm alive. I stretch because I'm still becoming. I walk because life still needs me in it. Words like these matter. Seniors who practice positive inner dialogue recover faster, live longer, and fall less. This has been proven in studies from institutions like Yale and the Mayo Clinic. The most powerful supplement? Belief. What to do starting tomorrow morning. Let's make this practical. Here's a simple checklist to rebuild strength, starting right now. Get your vitamin D, K2, magnesium, B12, E, and C in proper amounts. Check your balance, stand on one foot for 10 seconds. Drink a glass of water before every meal. Add protein at breakfast. Stand or walk every 30 minutes during the day. Stretch your calves before bed. Swap slippers for indoor walking shoes. Track your daily steps, even if it's just 300 at first. Write down one reason you're still walking. Gratitude fuels discipline. One final story. Why I still walk at 94. Eloise sat on her front porch the day we finished talking. She looked out at the trees. You know what scares me more than death? She said. Being stuck. In a bed. In a chair. In silence. I don't need to run. I just want to keep getting up. She paused. Then smiled. These vitamins, these little movements, they're not my fountain of youth. They're my ladder. Every day, I climb one more rung toward staying free. If this story helped you, or reminded you of someone who needs to hear it, consider liking the video and subscribing. It's not just for support. It's how we keep spreading motivation, quotes, life lessons from the elderly, and real inspiration for every senior still becoming. Because growing older isn't the end. It's the second act. And strong legs? They're your ticket to center stage.